Hey everybody, I'm hoping this is firing up right. Got a couple other cameras that are set up on other equipment. So basically tonight I want to get into a quick topic called search engine optimization and multi-level marketing. This is a problem that has come up quite rapidly this week in several conversations, and I want to go over this in detail for people who are trying to run a business, building a website, or advertising in general. Basically what's going on is this is occurring when search engine providers or teams of people are coming out selling search SEO optimization, whatever. They're using different kind of selling tactics to gain money from customers who think they're going to get some actual pay-per-click or actual website viewers, but they're not. A little tired, so I'm going to try and keep this concise. You're going to hear a few terms you may not be familiar with, so I'll kind of go over this slowly too. But before I get, I'm going to assume everybody knows about the following. Key search on websites, which are just tags, list of words that bots use to identify your website. A lot of people do that. You can pay a search engine to be on page one. It's pretty cost prohibitive for most businesses. But the main thing is that you're trying to figure out a way to get on page one. So when somebody's looking for a particular product or service, you want to be out there, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But there is something wrong with what happens with this SEO multi-level marketing. So how does this work? Basically, you get these groups of people all over the world that right now are ramping up these self-assisting downline groups of people. And what they're doing is basically they're sending each other their customer list, their websites. And they're running scripts, and they're running what are called macros, which are automated tools, to go through the process of clicking on each other's customers' websites. So the customer who just paid this SEO company this money to generate traffic, they see these counts going up, and they think that they're getting all this traffic all of a sudden on their website. The fact is they're getting no traffic. It's an automated visit through a bot or a tool. And so this does create massive hit counts, but it's actually a false site visit count, site generating tactic. It's totally fraudulent because no one's actually looking for your site. You didn't gain any market share, nor did you increase your customer base or your revenue streams. Basically, it's the same as if you never paid for SEO at all. Truth is, nobody knows you're there anyway if you're on page one or not. So this whole tactic is just a scheme. It's kind of meant to set you up for the next ripoff that they got going, which I'm going to call it search engine churning. What this is it happens when there's this constant, they're looking for new customers. So now they've got to have so many hits to pass what they did for you. So they ramp this up even more by they're building their downline. They're getting more people who are into IT and building websites to get involved in this stuff. And so eventually, instead of having 100 people in a downline, maybe they end up with 1,000 or whatever. And the goal is they basically take the next customer and they blast you off page one, because now the next guy's got all these false automated hits. So you've been pushed out of page one. Now they come back to you and they say, oh, by the way, you need to pay us more, because either we charge the other guy more for whatever to bump you out. And so, here comes game around two. And a little tired. I'm not speaking very eloquently tonight, but basically it's a scheme. And I don't want you to get me wrong. Being first on any search engine, may get you some customers. It's not guaranteed. The real question is, how do you prove that the traffic generated is actually earning you market share? And if you don't know business I'm going to be honest with you. I charge big money for that. I'm not going to sit here and explain all the details of how to ramp up revenue on a business. What I do know is that there's a lot of people being ripped off, and engineers like me who are out here busting our rear end to kind of keep things legit. The biggest problem is once a customer figures out that they've been ripped off, they basically look at everybody in the industry and go, oh, well, this guy's trying to sell me search engine optimization. The fact is the people didn't do their homework to begin with. So when a guy like me comes along and goes, look, you just got ripped off, it's a long, bad conversation that they don't want to hear. And, being on page one is nice if it's honest and you got there the right way. But if you didn't get there by building your business the right way from the word go, then I don't care if you're on page one or not. Nobody knows you're there. So that's just a little heads up for tonight on something that's been going around a lot recently. It's called SEO, multi-level marketing. My opinion is it's a scam. It's not illegal at this time, but it is fraudulent in the sense that customers are being misled that they think they're getting site visit revenue or marketing exposure, and really they're not. What they are actually getting, of course, is maybe getting to page 1, 2, or 3 of search engine results. But at the end of the day, that means nothing if it's not real and people really don't know you're out there. So I hope you enjoy this little insight, and I'll keep the videos coming here eventually. I got so much going on right now, I really don't have a lot of time to answer everybody's questions, but I got hit with about 20 different people this week alone